What's up, everybody? Brian here, and I have in my possession tonight my Gibson J-45 from 2015. And I've had this for about a month, and I've gigged with it already, and it performed fantastically. I played for 3 hours with this baby, and it was like I didn't have to think about it at all. It was great. This 2015 has got Grover Rotomatic tuners on them. I believe that was an option back then. Correct me if I'm wrong. And you can see that they're a little bit faded, you know. The previous guy had stickers on the case from places he had played, so he's gigged with it. But he took good care of it, and it had hydrating devices inside the case. And there's no major dings or divots. Little abrasions here and there. I really don't care about cosmetic stuff when it comes to a gigging guitar. I want a really good guitar, but I don't want to worry about its appearance. So, but this one is a little on the nicer side for me. Right now, my Martin D18 is being getting maintenance. Needs a new bridge, and it's got fret sprout and a buzz happening up here at the low E. So this guy held me down, but in my last gig, I had a backup guitar, like a cheapo kind of thing, for when I want to play in half a step down. For songs that require cowboy chords, but that are just a little too high for me to sing, right? Like Night Moves by Bob Seger. That's a little out of my range in regular tuning, but if I get my guitar down to E flat tuning or half step down, I can sing stuff like that. Or Bryan Adams songs, I can sing, you know, Cuts Like a Knife. And no one knows I'm in half a step down. But my backup guitar was cheap, and I wasn't happy with it, and I don't like practicing with it. So I went to Atomic Music in Beltsville, looking for a backup acoustic guitar that I'm gonna like. And what did I find? I found another J-45 at a killer price. So I got this. They had a year 2000 J-45 with vintage tuners on it, right? And it was only $1,500. Okay, they had it priced more, but I've bought a lot of things there, so the manager likes me, and he said, for you, Brian, $1,500 out the door. I couldn't believe it for a J-45. I thought there's got to be something wrong with it, and I knew that there was a crack on it, and he knew there was a crack which he said was repaired. So we'll see if you can see it here. I'll do some B-roll so you can see it. But anyway, it runs from like here to here. But that to me is a selling point because I don't want to worry about guitars when I'm playing live. If something bumps into it, I don't want to care. This also has a ding here. All right, but look, it's got the L.R. Bragg's pickup with the piezo and the little hidden microphone that you can blend the two. Or the undersaddle and the piezo, I don't know. Sounds great. I tried it out at the store. I haven't gigged with this yet. And but what I noticed between these two is that this 2000 plays like butter. Like the setup is fantastic. And with an exception that it kind of buzzes up here. So if I... You hear that, right? But these low strings sound great. So what do you guys think I should do? I've adjusted the truss rod both directions a little bit, but I don't want to raise the accent on the heavier strings. There's an under the saddle pickup wire under there. Should I put a shim down there and raise up? Because it's these strings here, okay? No, how about here? Don't go up there that much, but it's high. It's kind of ringy. I'm sorry, rattly. Yeah, kind of buzzy. Down here, man, no problem. So I love the feel of this neck. On this J45 here, it's just a little more work to play it, but boy, does this sound big and fat. So let me take you back to the 2015. Listen to how full this sounds. Sounds like my Martin D18, really. Nice and crunchy, mid-rangey and throaty. While this guy, the 2000 with the vintage tuners, I think a little more focused. The neck feels fantastic in my hand. I don't have to think about it. But I am keenly aware that when I go up the fretboard, things are gonna get a little rattly. So if you guys in the comments below can tell me how to solve this problem in an economic way, that would be great. I'm on a teacher's budget here. I really shouldn't be having guitars like this in the first place, but I'm a sucker for J45s. All right. I got sound samples coming up for you next. Another question I have for you guys, this 2000 J45 has what I think is a synthetic bone nut. And I feel like I just get more sustain, like the chords just ring out forever on this guitar. Well, I love the crunchy, mid-range, throaty sound of the 2015, but this guy has one of these black plastic, what do they call it? You know, black plastic Graphtec nut. And these notes don't seem to hang on as long. I'll do a few of these right now for you. Also, I forgot to tell you, both have the same Elixir gauge 12 strings, nano web with the orange label. So I'm being very scientific about the strings this time. All right, a little thing about the tuning. These Grover Rotomatic tuners on this 2015 are a bit slippery, okay? They're called Rotomatic tuners, but I call them nomadic tuners because they wander all over the place. Oh, another thing. There's a rattling sound happening inside this 2015. And I'm not sure if it's one of the wires or, God forbid, part of the architecture. I don't know. So anybody got any solutions for that? See if you can hear the rattling sound. Any help in that area would be appreciated. Okay, now I'm going to play some parts of some songs that I typically play over here in the cowboy chords in 1/2 step down tuning. And we're going to hear which guitar can hold and stay in tune and sound good a 1/2 step down. Yeah, so what I'm experiencing is a flubbiness, if that's a real word, with this 2015. It seems like the frequencies get a little spread out and a little woolly. That's the word. While in the 2000, things sound tight and focused, even a half step down. Anybody can explain it? Is it the plastic wrap tech nut versus the white, synthetic bone? Please let me know your opinion. Thank you. Something else I forgot to tell you. So with this 2015, you see this teardrop shaped pickguard, pleasingly placed alongside the circle rosette by the sound hole. And yet with this 2000, you see the teardrop pickguard slightly overlapping the rosette. What's up with that, right? So I looked into it and I did a YouTube search, and anytime somebody was showcasing a 2000 J-45, the teardrop pickguard was covering part of the rosette here. And I read in some forums, and people either like it or hate it, or it distracts them, or they don't care one way or the other. You know, it annoyed me a little bit because I'm kind of OCD about symmetry and stuff. Some people have taken them off and had them repositioned. I don't know if that's going to devalue the value of the guitar. I don't care about cosmetics too much. What do you guys think? Okay, now I'm going to tune both guitars back up to regular tuning. We're going to see which set of tuners gets me there fastest. So I'm taking a QuickTime screen recording so you can see me tuning this up in Logic. All right, let's go. It's slippery. All right. And now for the 2000 J-45, tuning it up to standard tuning. Here we go. Done. Okay, my final thoughts. I think I'm going to use the 2015 J-45 as my regular because it's so full and fat and supports my vocals really nicely. It vibrates, it's a little louder and got more low end. And it's flawless up and down the neck, right? Everywhere. a little bit harder to play for some reason. Don't know why. Might just have to set it up better. This will be my number 1. And the 2000 will be my backup guitar / half a step down guitar for those harder to sing songs that I need to cheat with the tuning a little bit. And if you guys can tell me how I can improve the setup up here, I would really appreciate that. So enjoy my sound samples. Thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe and check out my other videos. I got a J-45 versus I got a 1969 J-50 versus a modern Hummingbird video. No talking, just guitar. All right, peace, guys.